Hello you. We're just walking out from Cliff, heading to the Thames Estuary on the first stretch of our part that we're doing of the Thames Estuary walk. Glad you could join me again today. Today I'm just heading off to go to pick up a friend in Maidstone, and then we're driving to Rochester to meet Blisters. The weather today is quite overcast, but it's supposed to remain dry. Tomorrow, however, it might start to rain, so I'm not quite so sure about that. It's actually quite a nice day at the moment, although it's forecast to rain later on. We've got Rowley and Blisters with us today, and we're aiming for 20 miles. We've been walking about half an hour, and Rowley's run out of energy. He's eating his pita bread, and Blisters is joining him there. So we've now got to the estuary here. I think actually this is the estuary to the River Medway. It's difficult to tell just here because the Thames and the Medway join at this point. So I think this is the Medway, and the Thames is just the other side of that little bit of land there. So we're going to walk around the edge of the coast now. Hopefully we'll make a bit of progress. Just tripped over a cow poo. We're up on the wall, the sea defence, not really a wall, more of a bank, just alongside the Thames Estuary. I don't know why I was saying it might have been the Medway Estuary, because the River Medway goes in the other side of this peninsula that we're on. So definitely the Thames, and we're opposite a big port over there. I think that's like Purfleet or something like that, somewhere in Essex anyway. There's a few big old ships coming down the Thames Estuary into the North Sea. We've probably only been going for about an hour or so far, and next time I talk to you, I'll have a little look and see how far we've gone. There's Blisters. I think Rowley's lagging a little bit. We've done probably about 7 miles now. Just been going along the coast here. It's all very flat, and you know, other than the coast there, there's some old sort of disused buildings inland a little bit. Rowley and Tarkan are just off in front there, and I think they're hoping to be able to get some lunch soon. Rowley's trying out my walking poles. he didn't bring his. He feels that the ground's a little bit uneven, so we'll see how he goes with them. There he goes. We've got to this bit here. Actually, the app that I'm following goes along this bit along here, but as you see at the end here, it sort of seems to finish, and you probably have to wade through along some sandbanks to get to the other side. So we've got to go. So we've got to go down here and then around. I think one of my apps says we've done about 9 miles and the other one about 6, so I'm going to go with the 6 and then I won't be disappointed. It's a little bit overcast at the moment, so I've put the old beanie on. I think we're probably about a third of the way round now, and Tarkan and Rowley are just heading off there in front. Blisters has started to get a couple of blisters now, so we're turning inland and going to go across the footpaths that go along the land. So we've stopped following the pathway, but we are on another footpath, and so we're chopping a bit of the walk off. It'll probably take about 5 miles off the entire walk, but so it should be about 15 miles that we do. It's a double style, so you go over one, it goes into the corner of the field, and then over another one.
Animal maybe, or I'm sure that an animal goes in there. Can you see the park? Fox or deer? Deer? Johnny, do they have deer in this park?
No deers. Not here.
No deer here?
No.
Alright.
Just deers.
Oh dear. I'm old.
Come across this sign here that says curlews, convicts and contraband. Not quite sure what that means, whether it's a walk or something. Just over off in the distance, you can't see it on this video here, but that's South End. So we've come away from the coast some way back, and we're heading, as I say, inland. We're heading along now in towards High Howstow, and we're going along the Saxon Shore Way. Unfortunately, it's limited to 40 miles an hour, but I'm not sure Blisters will get anywhere near that. There he goes across the ploughed field. Just getting into High Housestow now. Probably about 4 or 5 miles left of this shortened version of the walk. Blisters still going, you know, despite the pain he's got in his foot. So he's doing well, and Rowley's just plodding on. Here they come in the background. We've had another wind, and we just stopped in the Red Dog pub in Lower Housestow for a beer. We had a couple of pints of IPA, and now Tarkan feels he can walk back to the house. So another few miles, probably about an hour left. Just walking through Who now, and Tarkan's seems to be walking all right with his blisters, and so we're in Who. Who let the dogs out? Who, 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 who. We're just following the Saxon Shore route now, through some areas where people live in their boats. It's nice boat houses and yacht clubs. And we're almost back to the house now.
But then, flat.
I expect it's some sort of fortress for the war. This sort of thing. I mean, you wouldn't have that thick bricks, would you? Look at that thing.
I just need to see where I'm going to step. I hate G. Wait. Show us the light. Show us the money. Gosh, the stones move.
It got darker and darker, so after this point I didn't video any further. We headed in for the night, and in the morning one of our friends, Matt, came over. We didn't really walk much the next day. We just went into Lower Upner and had some lunch by the castle. There also must have been some serious interference with the GPS, because the app said we'd done about 25 miles, which really wasn't right. So what we did was we walked from Cliff along to the Thames Estuary there. We followed that along, and once Blisters started, we headed off down to High Housestow, and then through along to Who, and then along the last bit of coast there back to Lower Upner.